All right, ladies, you got to stand your ground. Stand it hard. So I had already talked in church about the mean-spirited girls situation at work, and I had already talked about some other things with someone else before I went into work. So I'm like, okay, you're just going to have to get back on the bull, Melissa. That's all you're going to have to be able to do at work. So I get to work, and there's a manager there who hasn't really been involved. He's been pretty passive. And I said, he goes, before you clock in, Melissa, we're going to talk over at table 414. I said, okay, we're going to have a conversation. Okay. So I go over there and I sit down with two managers. And Luke over at Bonefish says, hey, we want to hear your side, right? So we didn't even really have a conversation because he kind of already shut it down. But he goes, so Shannon said that her hands were full. And I'm like, no, her hands were not full. She actually was blocking me, and this is what she said, and this is what she did. And he goes, okay, because our policy is usually people go in this way and go out that way. And Dennis is like, yeah, usually that's our policy. And I go, right, but nobody follows it, right? And even she herself doesn't even follow it. And I said, so she actually blocked me. And he goes, okay. And he goes, and as far as John saying that he has a fragile ego, that's not acceptable. And I go, well, you know what's not acceptable is insulting me and telling me that I was being crass when I was asking a question on policy. He's like, what made you think that you would be able to ask that question? I go, because I did more than my job. He goes, no, usually when people come in and bust and do their job, he's like, that is usually their job. And I go, yeah, but I did the busing of two people, which is above and beyond, which he's like, oh yeah, Crystal comes in, she's head weight, she gets free food. You know, so-and-so comes in and he gets free food because he had to close for us. And I go, there have been times I've closed for you and I have done above and beyond just like this, and you know, you don't have food for free. So your policy basically is inconsistent, is what I was saying. So when he said, he was trying to find something to get rid of me, and I knew it. So I came in strong, right? And this is why you have to hit hard, guys. When you already see people, you know, things going south, you have to hit hard. So he's like, yeah, so saying that about John isn't acceptable. And I go, well, it's not acceptable for him to insult me. He doesn't even know me. So he says, okay, we're going to put you on suspension with the internal investigation. I go, okay, thank you so much. Appreciate it. So then I just sent him a letter of exactly what will be happening with the results of this internal investigation if he chooses to go forward and think he's going to fire me. I said, you didn't suspend John for, he's the manager, he insulted me. You haven't suspended Shannon. She's still on the schedule basically, right? So we will see what happens here. So when a company is trying to come down on you for you standing up for yourself, standing your ground, fight back. And I go, and as a matter of fact, your management is so inconsistent and passive, you also should be suspended for the way you manage. So don't be afraid, guys, to hit hard and to stand your ground. Stand your ground and stand strong.